Alright guys, welcome to this tutorial. So here we want to list out the, this is actually about the National Open University Mathematics, which is called Math 101. So it's Math MTH102. Alright, so this topic is under National Open University second semester 100 level. So I will be cleaning this whole thing, so I'll write it out for you guys to see. So first of all, let me write this information here, and so you can see how it is. So please write with me so that I can wipe the board and move to the other side of the screen, alright? So let me draw this one here. So here, what we're going to be talking about is Math 102, National Open University, right? University, right? So this is actually for most of the times 100 level. Second semester. Level second semester, right? So we want to be talking about the most important topics associated. That's the topics of concentration, right? So this is the topics of concentration. Topics of concentration. That's what we want to be listing, right? So the first one on the list that we want to include is called limits. So limits is the number one topic that we want to be including on the topics of concentration, right? So let's say we want to get the subtopics that we want to be listing. The number one here is the definition of limit. Please write with me so that I can move to the other side and erase this section, right? So definition of limit. Right, so the next one we're going to be talking about is properties of, that's the properties / laws of limits. Alright, then the next one we're going to be talking about, so I'm trying to use a bullet point. So the next one we're going to be talking about is direct substitution. Okay, and the next one underneath it is limits of polynomial. Limit of polynomial functions. Okay. All right. So let me check something. So I hope you guys understand what is going on. All right, so let's continue. So please make sure you write this part so that we can proceed, okay? All right, so the next one here is, that will be factorization. Factorization. Well, let me bring this limit up here so that you can see the whole of the board. So I'll bring this limit and bring it to the top. So maybe I will just mark this part so that I don't move downward than that, okay? So the next one here is limit of polynomials. Polynomial functions. Right? Please write with me so that I can erase the other part, okay? So then the other one here is factorization. Factorization, okay? So we're going to be talking about dividing common out factors. Dividing common, let's put it this way, or let's put it, okay, I'm going to put this, dividing out common factors. Right? The next one here is that is rationalization. So under rationalization, we're going to be talking about using conjugate. Using conjugate. Okay. Alright, so we are close to the ending. So that's basically the next one here is one-sided. That's one-sided limits. Hope my writings are clear enough. Okay. The last one on the list is the infinite limit. Infinite limit. Okay. So this is it for this very limit. All right. This very limit. So limits, we have the definition of limits, we have the properties of and laws of limits, and we have the direct substitution, the limits of polynomial functions, factorization, which is dividing out common factors. And also we have the rationalization using conjugates, and the one-sided limits and the infinite limits. Please do well to take down of this. So let me write this other part. You can pause the video so that you can copy the other parts that I'm about to take out. Okay. Right, so the next one on the list, which is number 2. So number 2, we're going to be talking about differentiation. So I want to rule out this part like this. Okay, so differentiation. Differentiation, okay. So we need to learn how to what? Differentiate. Differentiate from first principle. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's go to principles and apply the power rule. Apply the power rule. Okay, and differentiate polynomial polynomial functions. Okay, and the last one on the list is use standard derivatives. So I'm going to move this one forward. So I guess you guys are done with this other part, so I can watch it. So in case you are not done, you can just pause the video and copy down these very ones, right? Okay, so which is the last one, which is use standard derivative. Using standard derivatives, right? So now the next one we're going to be talking about is integration. That's number 3. So we're there to number 2, which is differentiation. And here under differentiation we have the differentiate from first principles. We have to apply the power rule, and also we have the differentiate polynomial functions. And the last one, use standard derivatives. All right. So the next one we're going to be talking about now is integration. Integration, okay? So I'm going to underline that. Integration, okay? So under integration, we're going to be talking about basic integration. Basic integration. We're going to talk about reverse differentiation. We're going to talk about integration. Integration of polynomials. Right, then the last on the list is constant of integration. Constant of integration. Okay, so under integration here, we're going to be talking about basic integration, and we're going to be talking about reverse differentiation, and also integration of polynomials, and last we're going to be talking about constants of let me put it, constants of integration. All right, so that is it for number 3, which is integration. So I hope you guys have copied down this one. So if you have not, just please pause the video and copy down this one. So we're moving to number 4. Okay. So number 4 on the list will be definite integrals. Number 4 will be definite integrals. Definite integrals. So I'm going to underline that. And okay, so the first on the list underneath the definite integrals will be evaluating definite integrals. Evaluating definite integrals. Evaluating definite integrals. So we're going to talk about area under a curve. Area under a curve. So we're going to talk about basic application. Basic applications, all right? So that is it for number 4. Number 4, we're going to be talking about definite integrals, evaluating definite integrals, and we're going to talk about under a curve, area under a curve, and lastly, basic applications for definite integrals. All right. So please, I hope you guys have written number 3. So because I'm about to clean it, in case you've not, please pause the video and take it down. All right. Okay, so the next one on the list, number 5, is, I'm going to put this eraser here. Number 5, that is volume of solids. Volume of solid. Alright? So on the next volume of solid, we want to talk about solids of evolution. Okay, and the last one here is volume using definite integrals. Volume using definite integrals. Right, so this is it for number 5. So number 6, we want to talk about functions, okay? Functions and graph. So please do well to take down this note, which is volume of solids, solids of evolution, volume using definite integrals, okay? So please take notes, take it down, take it down. I'm going to give you just 1 second to take it down, okay? Please take it down, okay? Alright, please, I'm waiting just 2 more minutes, please take down the whole of the things, okay? Please.